In this presentation, we'll go over the integration between SiGeneSiCapture and the Ricoh500SE camera. The Ricoh500SE is a GPS-ready camera with onboard software that facilitates data capture and the embedding of data within images. It's used in many different businesses and organizations, including police and fire departments, building departments within municipalities, and has commercial applications such as for use in an insurance company. The GeoImaging solution provides the ability to capture GPS coordinates of the photographed item. It embeds the data within EXIF tags within the JPEG image that can then be exported using SiCapture. It also provides the ability to create customized fields for data entry during the time of the picture capture. You can go ahead and enter data through a data entry screen, and this particular one is a building department that's doing inspections where they capture the structure type and other types of information about the photographed image. These custom templates embed the data within the EXIF tags and even provide the ability to scan barcodes within the picture. So you can take a picture of a barcode, it decrypts the barcode and throws the information into one of these custom fields. There's several challenges that go along with this. If you're doing large volume of images, there's really no way to facilitate the extraction and capture of the information embedded in the images. There's always a need for sharing and distribution, as well as a need to be able to search the metadata that's embedded within the pictures. And there's always requirements for viewing and comparison. SiGen provides the image management solution through the use of an image import, either through manual or automated means, where we'll actually extract the EXIF tag information, take that info, and then migrate it to any one of our 35 plus different back-end document management or content management systems that we support. Just to give you a really brief overview before we do a demo, you can either interactively or automatically import the images, process them based on rule sets, and then post them to any one of the back-end 35 back-end systems that we support. So now let's go ahead and take a look at how SiGeneSiCapture integrates with the Ricoh500SE. I'm going to go ahead and import some JPEG images that have been taken with the Ricoh camera, and we'll go ahead and click on import. And I've already posted a bunch of these images to a directory that I've got linked within SiCapture. So we'll go ahead and select this Ricoh camera processing template, and we'll tell it we're going to bring in JPEG images. Select all the images I have here in my graffiti folder, and we'll go ahead and create a batch. And this is just a tracking mechanism for this set of photographs that I'm processing, and I can run reports on this later or go back and look at when it was processed, and you can see it gives it a date and time stamp. So we'll go ahead and click OK, and you can see it imports the images and extracts the data automatically. Okay. Now, this can be either run as an interactive process, which I'm showing you here, or we have the ability to create a hot folder where these images are automatically processed without intervention. All right. So once I bring the images in, I can actually go from image to image to look at them and see the data. I can even edit here in the capture module, but I'm actually going to move on in my workflow, and we're going to have the product auto-index and validate the information. And then I'm going to have it pause for me in the quality assurance module. So in the quality assurance module, I have the capability to view all of my data that's been collected in a nice, easy spreadsheet format. So in this case, you can see I've got a row in the spreadsheet dedicated to each photo with all of the data that was extracted. And I have the ability to come in here and edit, so if there's a mistake, so in this particular example, you can see there's a couple images that have blank fields. I can come in and actually enter that, check to make sure my data is correct, and then move on in the process. I also have the capability to switch to tree view, and when I do that, I can come in and view the images themselves, and I've got a full suite of image editing tools where I can come in. If I wanted to crop this photo, I can do that, tell it to insert it as an extra page. So you can see now I have the original as well as this one. Now note that these do not alter the original JPEG image. These are just working photos that can be migrated to the back-end system, but they don't contain the embedded EXIF data. I also have a full suite of image processing tools. So if I wanted to sharpen or perhaps crop a picture through auto cropping, change brightness, contrast, invert, rotate, I can do all of that here as well. Once again, we don't alter the originals. So when I migrate the originals to SharePoint, we have that original pristine image file. Okay, so let's click Done, and now we're going to migrate. So we've captured our data, extracted it, checked it to make sure it's correct. Now this final step is going to take all that and send it to the back-end system. In this particular example, because SharePoint is what I have running within my environment here, I'm going to go ahead and send all this data to my SharePoint system and use that metadata to do some pretty unique things. So let's go ahead and open up SharePoint, and if we look here, I've linked PSICapture into a Ricoh500SE document library. Alright, so within that library now, I'm actually creating folders or routing the images into a folder if it already exists for the particular gang. So if I come into the gang folder, now you can see that I've got all the images that were assigned to that particular gang. So I've got a folder structure built, I've got file naming based on the claim or the ID number, and then I've got all my columns populated. Okay, all of this is done automatically through the PSICapture tool when we migrate based on rules that we set up. One thing I would like to show is we also have the ability, once we bring them into SharePoint, to utilize one of our partners' tools called Visit. So one of the limitations of SharePoint is if I actually wanted to view one of these images, I would have to open it in my native PC application to view it. Sometimes that can be very time consuming. It can take up network resources. What Italisoft provides is this little previewer utility called Visit, where we can preview our images. So I can go from image to image and take a quick look without having to download the entire file. And then I also have the ability, once I preview it, if I want to open it, I can click on Open, and it'll open a full inline viewer within a web client where I can view that file. I then have full control. I can zoom in, zoom out. I can fit to the page. I have the ability to open multiple pictures as tabs within this viewing window. So I can come in here, open as a tab, and then I even have the ability to do side-by-side viewing of multiple pictures. So if I wanted to view these two pictures in a side-by-side viewer, okay, and turn on synchronous scrolling, I can come in here and make sure that that these images are correct, and that if I wanted to compare the two, I could do that in this particular example to see if they're the same gang that's been marked in this particular territory. Okay, so I can do all of that. I also have the ability to do annotations on images as well as search. So if I wanted to come in here and let's say search for all the Claim 102 files, I can type in, click my search button, bring up all my Claim 102s, view all my data, and I can search by any of this data. As well, you can see that I have my little preview tool within this window as well. So I can come in here, preview my files before I actually open them. So that's the solution in a nutshell. Very powerful integration between the two products, regardless of the back-end system that you're going to. We really give you a great integration and on-ramp to send these images and data to just about any back-end system.